What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of Persona 5, the animation. Now, some of you might be wondering, hey, where's the SAO review? Probably because when this goes up, there will be no SAO review, because, like, you guys know my pattern is I do Hirawaka, SAO, and then Persona 5 to end the day. Well, that's because this week, SAO is actually a recap episode, at least from what I saw. I saw like Annie Pledger SAO's official Twitter talk about it, and tweet like, hey, the new episode's out. It was 5.5. I'm like, why is it 5.5? So I read the comments, and people are saying that it's pretty much just a recap episode, so I'm not going to watch it. Okay, I might watch it later on the day on my own time, but I'm not going to review a fucking recap episode. It's a recap episode, I mean, come on. So, yeah, no SAO review for this week, although my reaction to Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns will also be dropping today, and after that I will finally begin work on the Bleach Brave Souls 1000-Year Wolf Blood Wars round 3 summons that I promised you guys a while ago. I have literally been so busy with other shit that I haven't been able to edit this video, but now I'm going to get to it. Should be out probably by max Sunday, Monday, around that area. I should be done with it like relatively quickly. So yeah, expect that coming out in the coming days. I got a few other rash videos I need to do, and then after that I'll do the chapter react to the new chapters that just dropped for Hajime no Gal, my first conflict Gal. So yeah, do that. So let's begin with this week's episode. Overall, I really thought this episode was really damn good. Anyway, so let's begin. So we started something off. We're left off last week with Akira and the crew finally finding their stalker Yusuke, the latest member to add to the Fan Thieves, and they ask like, hey, why are you tailing us? And he's like, my name is Yusuke. I am a pupil of Madarame. He's a pupil resident with the artist Madarame, and he dreams and strives to become an artist one day, a successful artist, and he's working under Madarame to help him reach that goal. It goes like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah. Then he talks about odd, and when he talks about it's like, since I first laid eyes upon thee, I could never be able to take them off. It was love at first sight. So please, and while he's going off on this spiel, Ann's just blushing, like she's blushing, she's like stepping a couple times, and he's like, so please, be my model for my next painting. And so we then fast forward to where they're at school. They're taking the final exams, and Kawakami is straight up sleeping. Like she's like it's like that. Like when sometimes when you're about to fall asleep and you kind of immediately wake up, or your head starts falling. You're like, oh, it's kind of like that. She's doing this, and then she's like, oh, all right, everyone, give me your tasks. I'm like, Kawakami, were you straight up sleeping? You were straight up sleeping, weren't you? I mean, I know it's exam season, and I know there's probably nothing much for a teacher to do during exams rather than just sit around and, are you straight up sleeping? You're sleeping on the job of it here. Although I really hope I'm not actually going to say the Kawakami social link this area. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get back to the actual story. So then we get to the crew on the roof. They're Ryuji's like, oh. He's like drinking some Fanta grape or whatever it is in Persona 5. He's like, oh, exams are over. I love the taste of freedom. So then they're wondering who should be their next target. An then pulls up these tickets that Yusuke has to get. Then we return back to where Yusuke when they first met Yusuke, and he hands them these tickets to a new art museum or art gallery of Madarame's art. And the Yusuke's like, hey, come by. We can discuss the details about you becoming my model. It actually said, I'm just paraphrasing. So then Ryuji's like, I'm not really gonna go. I'm not really into art. But that's me too. I'm not really into art either, unless it's Ishida. Unless it's mangaka artists, and especially guys like Kubo, Ishida, the manga for Berserk, or maybe even Vagabond. I don't really care art because Ishida's art is GOAT status. I can look at that man's art. I want to get that art book, that viz relief of a bunch of art of pieces of art Ishida that are covers for the manga volume and just other shit. It's just, from what I've seen of it, it looks so damn good. I love Ishida's art. I can look at that shit for hours. I love Ishida's art. I would put some of his art on my fucking wall. Ishida's art style, GOAT status. Anyway, back to the episode 7. Enough of me gushing about Sue Ishida. Anyway, so they end up going. Even a Ryuji's voice is like, hey, you guys told me I had to come. So they end up going. We see that Madarame's having this interview, being interviewed by some reporter. He goes off about you express your feelings and blah blah blah, all that art mumbo jumbo that most of us don't really give two fucks about. So then Yusuke finds he's like, oh, Mr. Kamiki. And he's like, oh, you too. There's Akira and Ryuji. I'm like, yeah, oh, odd. How else? Oh, you two are here too. So he's like, just don't get in the way of the other guests. And then he's like, come with me, On. And then he shows that they look around the paintings, and then On is actually particularly fascinated with this one painting. This painting, like, it's like pretty much a bunch of splashes of, like, rampage. Like, I can sense there's frustration in this artist, in this painting, like anger, like, I mean, I get that see from the painting when I look at it. I'm not, now, like I said, guys, I'm not really into art. I'm not like someone that, like, delves deep into art, like, can, like, look at our painting for, like, hours and just, like, dissect it to hell, and then describe it, like, in really unexpectable ways, but, like, how can you describe this in that many ways, I can say, guys, I'm not into that kind of shit when it comes to art. But anyway, so, and while it's actually going down, when On's like, got to the pain, we see, Yusuke. He's like, he's about to say something to On, but he, like, holds his tongue and he's, like, clenching his fist. Nice little fortune, because I don't believe this actually was in the game. It might have been the game. My memory might just be a little off. But if it wasn't, nice touch added by A1. I love this subtle foretelling to future events on why they're going to be targeting Madarame. And also, we also went back to the future. I forgot to mention this. We also went back to the future, back to where Sai was interviewing, or interrogating, I should say, Akira, and he tells her, and she had like, how's it that Madarame's been doing this for so long, no one could catch him, yet you guys did it in such a short amount of time. So we then get back. So then we get back to the present, or I should say past, depending on which way we look at it. And it's right before we get before that we actually see saw that actually Makoto had her first like real appearance in the show, with her coming up to the roof while Akira, Ryuji and On and Morgana, they're all discussing like what to do next as a Phantom Thieves. Makoto shows up, she comes to the room and tells like, hey, the roof is off limits to students because of the incident, so fuck off. So they then, of course, fuck off. Anyway, so just wanted to give like the nice. So yeah, Morgana. So yeah, Makoto does have her first actual appearance. And one thing I gotta say, of course, she also did have a cameo in episode 2, or at least I think it was episode 2 or it was episode 3. Anyway, especially speaking of cameos, Akechi, he was nowhere to be seen this episode. Thank you, A1. Like I say, guys, praise of you. I like Akechi. He's a really cool character. I really dig the story and what happened with this character, especially later on in the game. But A1, you don't need to shove Akechi into every single goddamn episode where he doesn't belong just because of the fangirls. You can just leave Akechi, maybe give him a cameo here and then a cameo there, and then just not show him again until he's actually relevant to the story. Which I'm glad that A1. I think that might actually what A1's gonna be doing for the rest of the series, and not shove Akechi in every episode. They're just gonna wait until Akechi actually becomes relevant to the actual plot, or later on in the game. So that's cool. I mean, it's not that. It's not that. It doesn't do that much damage. It's just a small cameo from Akechi. But I'm like, come on, you don't need to shove him in there in every single episode. So, anyway, besides that, back to where they were, after they leave the Ark after On, guts about the pain, and Yusuke's like, there are better pains than that one, please come with me. Ryuji and Morgana, like Akira, they're playing like shogi or something on their phone, and then actually Akira shows them the, the fan site, because then they find out that there's actually a bunch of rumors surrounding, Madarame, that he uses his students, his pupils, has them live in a shed and prove streets of like slaves, and plagiarizes their artwork. So they want to know, like, then they're like, ooh, like, Ryuji's like, yeah, this is a juicy story, why don't we attack him next? They're like, hold on, let's see if these rumors are actually true. So then, we get a quick scene with, like, Madarame and Yusuke and this other dude, and they're like, they're talking about, like, how the art museum or art gallery is going on. Yusuke then, tells On his address so that they can, like, put her to work on details and see if she will actually become his model for his next painting. So they end up going to the address, which ends up being a shed, kind of like how it's in the rumors. So then they knock on the door, ring the doorbell, and then he's like, Yusuke's like, who is it? Once he says it's On Takamaki, Yusuke's like, oh, I'll be right down there, and then runs down. He doesn't actually run, but he definitely runs there probably quicker than probably would if it was anyone else, So he's like, oh, Takamaki-san, how are you? And he's like, oh, you two are here too. There was some shade at Akira and Ryuji. And so Ryuji then asked him, like, hey, are these sure that he's using you guys for profit and plagiarizing your artwork? And then Ryuji, and Yusuke, I should say, gets into Ryuji's face and tells, like, no, these are lies. They are blatant lies. There is no legitimacy to any of these claims. How dare you? Then Madarame shows up, he tells whatever, just let it slide, forgive them, Yusuke, whatever. He then bows, and then Yusuke's like, please sir, do not bow, please sir. So then they go inside. Then actually when they're inside, Yusuke actually shows goes through this book full of paintings, probably of Madarame's, and then shows him the Sayuri. And everyone's, On's like, oh my god, looks beautiful. And then even Ryuji's, like he said, he's not into painting. He's like, even he has to say, yeah, the Sayuri is impressive. And now, like I said in my last week's review, this painting, the Sayuri, is very important. It's very important later on in the story. This has some very major importance. And that's all I'm going to say about the Sayuri. I'm not going to give away any spoilers for anime oldies. So, after that, the princess keep talking. Morgana leaves and just tries explores around the place, see if he can find anything. He doesn't really find anything. Ryusuke says, why don't we continue? Hopefully, we can continue this conversation later. They leave, and before they actually take their leave, Ryuji calls the place a shed again, and then the metaverse, metaverse navigator gets a hit, and so the premise proven that there's some deep shit going down with Madarame. So then they try to think of the password to actually get in, their keyword. And they end up, and Kira thinks of a museum, which is a correct term, so they end up going inside. They pretty much just do some exploring where we find out that, the rumors are true, Madarame is using his students. So they leave, and then we return back to Yusuke's place, and, On is like, hey, Yusuke, I want to say something. He's like, nope, not right now, I'm paid. And then Ryuji's like, oh, come on, he's like, silence! You'll break my concentration. And then On starts talking to him again. He's like, hey, and he's just like, he's not even listening. He's in the zone right now. He's just painting. He's just or sketching, I guess, because he's not actually painting. He's just sketching it right now. And then she's like, hey, she tries to get, and there's no reaction. This is why I love Yusuke so much. And it's like, no good. I cannot paint this. It's like, I was like, oh my, sorry. I was like, I can't paint a nude model when you're wearing clothes. And I was like, no. Rude is like, hey. I was like, you're still here? It's like, oh yeah, damn right, we're still here. We're not having you do this. And so, I love it. This is like reason stuff like that's why I love Yusuke so much. So, anyway. After that, so then they pretty much ask hey, we know that they try asking him again, is this shit true? And then he says, yes, but I offer my ideas willing to him, so it's not plagiarism. He's like, aren't you aren't all his pupils leave? You're the only one left, and then of course Yusuke tells them pretty much to just leave and never come back. So they end up, and that's essentially where the episode ends, with them leaving, and them decide. Actually, before it actually ends, there's this other part where Mishima's talking to Akira. He gives him a little extra details, the post on the fan site about Madarame. They found the same guy that they ended up stealing his heart for, that was stalking his ex-girlfriend last week. Excuse me. So then they end up asking the guy, and they play this up like this is like Mission Impossible or something, like this is some spy movie. Like the dude is on one corner at this pillar, Akira's on the other side of the corner, and Ryuji's reading a magazine, and I was just constantly walking in that area. I'm like, what is this, Mission Impossible? Yeah, I'd like you spies or something. So then he tells him yes, that these are all true. I was a former pupils of his, and I left. So, and he tells and then he turns the corner. He's like, "Please help!" And they bows, and then Akira's not there anymore. He pulls a Batman, just disappears without a trace, and that's where the episode ends. Overall, love this episode. There was actually also another post-credit scene with actually Yusuke looking through the book and looking at the Sayuri. Like I said, this painting has some huge importance later on in the series. So, overall, I give this episode a 9 out of 10. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter if you like, links are below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.